Welcome, my coinaholics. Sean with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Thank you guys for joining. Today marks the beginning of the coin roll hunting season on BlueRidgeSilverhound, and thank you so much for joining. We got a lot of great stuff here. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notifications, and grab a few cups of coffee, all right? Prep yourself a nice meal or two, because these coin roll hunting videos on my channel take a little bit of a while. We're going to go through $25, okay? And then before I hear it, I know some of you are probably wondering, hey, Sean, I thought you were going to do 50. Well, the first observation that you'll notice is that this is not in a sealed box. I went to my local bank, and they had on hand on a Saturday only $30 face in rolled pennies. Okay, so I opted to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to clean you out completely in case you have a business customer that comes by. Let's just go ahead and do 25. And she was okay with that. Okay. In addition, one more roadblock. We're going to be doing a giveaway in which we're going to try and fill up a full Dansko album, but these are not Dansko albums. No, sir. No, ma'am. These are actually Littleton trifold folders. These are a temporary fix in the interim until I receive my brand new Lincoln Dansko, in which we will fill it up with as many quality pieces, all coming from coin roll hunts between now and Black Friday. Now, why is this important? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be giving away however many coins I fit into this Dansko album. By the way, these are going to be temporary placeholders for any coins that we find in this selection, because I feel like we're going to receive that Dansko album sometime this week. Okay, and then I'll simply transfer the coins from these cheap album folders rather into that nicer quality Dansko. That album will be given away Black Friday weekend, okay, to one lucky participant, all right? As a way of kind of like, bam, there we go. That's how you do it. Fill this thing up with the nicest quality pieces. You get to see my coin roll hunting style in action with these long videos. And you guys will be rewarded at the end with an opportunity to win a beautiful Dansko album full of amazing pieces. In addition, this album I will be receiving will also have slots for proof coins. I will be adding, out of my personal collection, proof coins into the mix, okay? And that's something to kind of jazz it up, really make and put a lot of value into this giveaway item for Black Friday. In addition, if you think that was enough, BlueRidgeSilverhound will also be giving away 2 Morgan Silver Dollar Whitman trifold folders, okay? And you're probably saying to yourself, whoa, big deal. Those things are like $2-3 a piece, you know, at my local bookstore. Get this. Each one of these folders will include a brilliant uncirculated coin that is going to fall within this date range, 1884 to 1890. And you never know what it could be, okay? Just by looking through this album here, it could be a New Orleans mint mark. It could be a San Francisco. You never know. I might throw in a Carson City. But rest assured, one of these slots will be full of a beautiful, original, uncleaned, just amazing specimen Morgan Silver Dollar. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Black Friday weekend, we will be doing that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and crack open into $25 in bank wrapped rolls. So you guys stay tuned. Thank you for joining. All right, my coinaholics, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get started. But first and foremost, when I bought these albums, these folders, they already had coins in them. So what I did was I ditched some of the coins that didn't quite cut the quality control mustard. Well, there you go. But I did keep a few coins in here. And keep in mind, my dogs are chirping and barking and going on in the background. So you'll probably hear some of that. They're sharing into the exuberance that I am. And here's the coins I did keep. And we already hit a huge home run, coinaholics. This 1960 Lincoln sent that was already in the album is a beautiful small date variety. That is going to go into the Dansko album. Once I have that, we will also look for a really nice gem large date too, because in that album, you'll have to assemble the large and small dates for the 1960 date along with the 1982s. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we find those. So there's a 62 in there, 72. That's a really nice red color. And as you can see, this is the quality that I am looking for in the album to give away to you guys. There you go. So we have some of those 70s dates represented in there. And then we have a pair of 1993s that look pretty good. Although if we come across a couple of examples that doesn't have quite as much plate blistering on there, then that'll work as well. And then we also have the upgrade to 2009 as well, along with some blank dates, which we will try and take care of every single date all the way up to 2019. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get some gloves on and let's get started. All right, so here we are. We have one bundle of customer wrapped rolls, and then we will simply get started here. We got the gloves on. We want to make these gloves as black as possible when we're going through these rolls. So I'm going to kind of go through them as quickly as I can. I am not going to be separating out any sort of copper. I know there are people that like to separate out the copper from the zincs, and they like to hoard those, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But for this video, we're going to be focused on filling up those albums and finally looking for some really nice varieties and errors and die clashes and everything else that we look for while we're hunting these things. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining in on this wonderful Sunday. So, and then we will take out all of the BU coins as necessary to fill up the album, of course. And then we will highlight them together. Now that's a pretty nice 17D. Let's see if we could find its Philadelphia counterpart as well. So these are customer wrapped rolls. There's another 17D, 18D, no doubled ear from what I could see, but let's go ahead and put that one aside. I think I already have an 18D that we could put in there that's in much better condition. That's a decent 15D, but we're going to keep going. There are going to be others that will look 10 times better than that one, you know. So as you guys may or may not know, there is a doubled ear 2019D as well. So if you weren't sure, there is going to be one in which, yeah. So here's another 2018D. I'm pulling out all the 18Ds because I'm trying to replenish my inventory of doubled ears. I actually sold the balance of them to someone on eBay, which was kind of nice. That was a nice surprise right there. So there's another 18. They're actually a lot tougher than they are originally anticipated to find. And yeah, I'm just putting aside all of the 18Ds. You know, they're not quite naked eye visible, but they can pop up when you least expect them. So right there, I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was a dime in this roll. So we made out like a bandit so far. So we are up 9 cents, ladies and gentlemen, on this coin roll hunt of pennies. Hopefully the pennies will, or the lighting will suit you guys just fine. I think it looks pretty gosh darn good. So this is par for the course. You know, this 2013D, after a few years, they begin to look like this. While they're not completely brown, they turn into this unsightly kind of, I don't know, scraped up looking coin here. So just to recap, we will be going through one box. We're going to put this aside, see if we have a transitional. We're going to be going through one box of pennies every week. And we will be filling up the most that we can, the best that we can, from all of the finds. There's a nice 2019 D. That's the first one for the album. There's another 18. And seeing as how I was only able to score one $25 lot of pennies in this particular video, we will be doubling up in another coin roll hunt video this week. So there will be another extraordinarily long video coming up sometime in the next 5 days or so. So you will want to make sure you don't miss that. And let's see how far we could progress in the Black Friday penny album giveaway. There's another 18. And I can tell you this right now, if you see an 18D with a doubled ear, you could kind of make it out pretty good. All right. And I believe I haven't found any yet. But again, they pop up when you least expect. And they are a consistent seller online for about 20 bucks a piece. Okay. And they actually go up from there, depending on how nice they look or how many is up for sale on eBay at any given time. There's another 18D that we'll pull aside there. 13D looks pretty good, but I think we could find a better one. 64, and let's see if we can find a double die reverse there. So this is kind of the general speed in which I hunt through these, and then I'll usually go back through and check all the coins once more to ensure that I covered all the bases, even with the minor varieties, because those are important too. For more details, go check out Chuck Daughtry's website. That's actually a nice 2005D, and I feel confident that we could use that for the album. So I'll put that aside. And again, as we go, we could always upgrade if we find something way nicer. You never know when you come across a nice kind of like dump of a nicer collection somewhere out there, and see where we go. And of course, there's a lot of doubled dies that we are looking for within the Philadelphia coinage. If you're lucky enough to find them, and for those of you that live on the East Coast area, you have a huge opportunity to find some of those really nice double die obverse shield nickels, or shield pennies rather, and they are fantastic. That one's all scraped up on the back, so we won't keep that one. All right, so there's another 19D, and yes, I am putting aside the 19D, so I'm going to find one of those doubled ears. Again, Wexler has it attributed. It should show up on his site here real soon, within the next maybe couple weeks or so. Hard to say. He is starting to feel a little bit better to get some of those listings up. You know, there's another dime. Well, what do you know? We're up. We're up in a huge way. 18 cents. There you go. Thank you very much. I'll take it. All right, a couple dimes in already. Very nice. Very nice. That's a nice 18D right there. So hopefully, what are you guys up to this weekend? You guys doing football with family, friends, and everything in between there? There's a nice 60D. Let's see if we can find a repunchment mark. That's not going to go into the album. However, you never know. It's still worth. There's a nice 93D that I think we will use for the album until we come across something that is much nicer. So that's not a doubled ear, by the way. It looks like the ear took a little bit of a hit. But thank you for joining me. By the time you see this video uploaded, more than likely it's going to be Monday. So a lot of my comments and whatnot on this video are going to be in the context of a Sunday. which is when I'm doing this. And yeah, you guys can let me know how your weekend's going and how everything else is going as well. Again, appreciate all the views and support through my channel through the years. And we're going to go and get something done here. You know, we're going to find some really neat coins. There's a 72. Might find a double die there, so we'll put that aside. I can tell you right now, it's not a double die number one. I'd be jumping up and down. Really, really excited. So if you guys haven't noticed, the frequency in which the copper cents are showing up in these rolls is dwindling by the day. You know, could call it, you know, just hoarding or whatever you want to consider it as. But yeah, you're seeing less and less copper coins out there. Those pre-1983 coins as a result of just usage and loss. There's a 60 large date right there. The 2000D looks okay, but we'll hold out for one that looks way better. 96. But yeah, there's less and less copper out there these days than there once was, and again, that's through attrition. Coins getting lost over time, you know, and that's just the way it goes. So throughout the duration of however much longer the mint decides to continue producing pennies, you're going to have to make do with the shields, I'm afraid to say. I mean, I thought the shield cents were a really nice kind of nod to a design that you would typically see on an older... So I thought I saw another dime that you would see, you know, earlier, and I still have to go through another roll of pennies. So, 2010, it's 19. So this is a lot of fun. We are going to be doing a lot of coin roll hunting here in the next few months leading up to Christmas. And again, the whole psychology to why there are better quality coins in circulation during this time, simply put, people are cashing in their coins so that way they can afford the holidays, whether it's gifts, food, things along those lines. More coin gets sent through the system during this period of time every year than any other time of the year. And it really dies down after the first of the year. So that's when you take your best advantage. I personally find more silver during this time frame. If you were going through dimes and nickels, or yeah, maybe nickels, maybe a little bit of nickels. That one has a spot on it. I had to double check there. But I have way better luck finding and identifying some of those more eager chase pieces than you know, anything else. It's a 16D. I'm gonna hold out for a better example. I mean, right out of the gate, we found that 17D. That looks a little bit better than this one. Still a bunch of 18Ds out there in the wild, ladies and gentlemen. There's a 1980. I know there's a really nice double die obverse that can be found from there. And what I'll probably end up doing, so that way you guys don't, you know, watch the whole entire video that encompasses an hour's worth. That's a nice 15D. Let's go ahead and put that one aside. See if that one works there. Although, no, that one has a carbon spot right underneath the mint mark. That's not going to work. Hey, I have pretty strict standards, but in any event, we'll chop up the video into various parts just so that way you guys don't have to watch an hour's worth of content on this video, which hopefully you guys. Lots of 18s. That makes me happy that we're still finding a bunch of 18s out there. And it really makes a huge difference when you could somehow, some way, get a little bit back from the hobby, i.e. selling these doubled ear Lincoln Shield Sense, or even the double die Philadelphias if you're on the East Coast, as a way of reinvigorating your hobby, I guess. There's a 2000 wide AM. No, not on that one. There's a 92. Put that one aside. So what I'll do is there's 5 more of these customer wrap rolls. So we're going to go through these 5 on camera, and then I'm going to break away for a quick second, go through some of the other Loomis rolls that we have here. And, we'll reconverge and see where we're at through about $15 worth of coin. 95D, that's a really monumental double to die. There's a 13. I'll put that one aside for the DDO. Yeah, and be sure to look out for errors too. Like there's a little bit of a weak strike here. That looks like this one was struck through grease. This one has a pretty gnarly scratch on the reverse, and it's 18. It's not a double ear though. So we'll put that one aside there in the junk pile. But we're starting to stack up some of these variety ears here, and ooh, that's too bad. That's a roll ender. That machined damage, and then this one's damaged too. Looks like someone went to it with some wire cutters or something to that effect, and then another 2018. All right. So for those of you that are doing the football thing, who's your favorite team where you're at? Mine, of course, is the Niners. Been a Niners fan, true and true, through the good and the bad. And there was a pretty good, steady time period in which it was all bad. So, yeah, real fans will go, kind of go through the ebbs and tides of the season, I guess, and making sure that you're still there. Ooh, 69 has double die offers. No, it ain't. Yeah, if it was the real DDO, you would be blind right now, because that's how crazy that coin is. 18D. All right. Yeah, we're assembling a nice healthy pile of 18Ds over here. We're going to go make sure we go through that. Just to make sure that we have a few doubled ears in the mix, which would be nice. Because I could use some more of those coins to sell, because that would be awesome. All right, so it looks like we found our first decent 1980s Lincoln. This 87D looks pretty gosh darn good, and I think we're going to use this one. It's got a very pimply surface. Again, a little bit of that kind of like plating blisters on there. But that's fine. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use that until we come across maybe a coin that's in better condition. So, at the very least, I could owe you that. And aside from all that, we have 9 weeks worth of product to go through, which is nice. Nice in a way, because that's a lot of coins. That's a lot of coins to go through. A lot of opportunities to upgrade some of these coins. But whatever happens, by the time we get through the 9 weeks worth of searching and we assemble a really, really nice album for you guys, you guys can do your own upgrades and, especially if one of you wins it from the East Coast, you know, you're going to have, I would imagine, 95% of all of the Denver minted coins in the mix, which is important. That's a big deal. And that'll make it easy for you guys on the East Coast to fill in the blanks. It's a little bit warm in the house. A little bit. 19 right there. 19s look nice, but we're coming across a bunch of equally. Oh, that one's beat up. It's a Zinkin. The 18s are still coming up in really nice condition, but that won't last for long, guys. 2 years from now, all these coins are going to be beat up. We got to look for the doubled ear 83D also, if possible. And 17. Doing the best I can to kind of negotiate these coins in my fingers so that way it looks good. This is 70D. Kind of a tougher date, I guess, that you don't see that often. That one is all gummed up with stuff, though. So that one has a few scratches, but yeah, we'll go ahead and put that there. Now, you guys might have your own coin roll hunting style, which is cool. That's fine. The end result's the same, okay? You're either going to be trying to find, and as you can tell, we haven't found a wheat sense. So these customer wrap rolls are not the best mix of coins thus far. But as you can see, the coins, I believe, should get better as we go into the Bank Loomis rolls. That is what we're trying to do. And the end result is always going to be the same. You're looking for varieties. You're looking for errors. We're filling up albums. We are looking for the highest grades possible, ideally, because, you know, it's just, they present a lot better than coins that look like this 1998D. I mean, let's be honest. That there's nothing going on there. And if you haven't done so, the best tool that you could possibly ever invest if you're getting into coins, whether you are trying to sell a coin or if you are getting into coin collecting, and that is to get a Red Book price guide. The number one absolute must-have resource item. And I would say the Cherry Pickers guides, both editions, are on top of the importance scale. I get a lot of people that keep wanting to get their information from me, and I'm like, well, how about you go online or you buy the book, or, you know, you do something to help yourself, because not all the information you could get is online. You can't. Hey, you know, some will say, oh, yeah, just go online and, you know, go into Google and type it up. It's so overwhelming that you're not going to be able to get the best quality information up front. Well, look what we got here. That's a nice one. It's got some glue on the back, 1955. D, wheat scent, our first wheatie out of the bunch, and it's actually in decent shape. I'm going to probably dip this in acetone to see if I can get some of this stuff off the back, clean it up a little bit, but that's all you do on this is dip. You can't really do anything else unless you want to absolutely destroy the coin. So we'll put that one aside. If I'm able to get that one restored a little bit, then that's something that we could add to the Dansko, because the Dansko dates will go all the way back into, I believe, the 1940s or maybe 30s, somewhere around there. We'll see, but Should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun there. Once we get that Dansko, that's a game changer. So there's a 96D. It's got a little bit of a carbon doodad underneath the bust. But we'll go ahead and hold out for a better one. I just looked at it from a different perspective. Different lighting, I guess. There's 84. No doubled ear. Some of the coins are decent. I mean, when you get to the shield scents, no doubt about it, you ought to hold out for the best quality shield scent. I mean, there's some coins here that some of you are probably saying, oh, that looks good. Why don't you use that? But keep in mind, we're going through 9 weeks of product. And there will be a few weeks where I will be going through $50 face in coin. Okay, that's important. You guys need to know that. So there's really no rush into trying to fill up the album right away. I mean, heck, we have a $10 1960 small date Lincoln scent that was gifted to us by my LCS in that album. I did not know, ladies and gentlemen, that there was a small date until I was going through there and pulling out all of the coins that didn't fit the criteria of this project, I guess. I guess that's a good way of putting it. The Black Friday BlueRidgeSilverhound giveaway. So while we're at it, while we're on that subject, okay, again, to enter this giveaway, okay, you can't really do anything about it right this second because I will initiate the giveaway sometime in the end of November where you will comment in a specific video. And that's how you enter. Your comment gets you one entry into this giveaway, okay? And then we have the grand prize, which is going to be this Lincoln Scent album with nice quality coins, or one of 2 Morgan Dollar Whitman albums with a brilliant uncirculated Morgan Dollar inserted in there. The value of the Lincoln Scent giveaway, of course, will be dependent on the coins that are being in there, but I would imagine it's going to be a couple $100 or higher in value for what I'm going to put in there. And then for the Morgan Dollars, we are going to be focusing on $50 for each one of those. So there's a 71. Let's see if there's a double die there. Check on that here momentarily. Coming across some decent coins, I would say. How's this 98 here? Nah, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work, guys. But we are coming up to the conclusion. That 82, by the way, is a zinc, and it didn't look good. Coming up to the conclusion of this first part. So let me go ahead and run through some coin, okay? Catch up with you here momentarily. All right, enjoy. I hope you guys are enjoying. All right, guys, here's where we're at. Went through 20 bucks worth. There's all of the stuff that's going to go back to the bank. 2018 Ds right here. I'm going to double check these to make sure they have the doubled ear or not. These are all the other dates in which varieties do exist in the cherry picker's guide. So things like the 88 transitional reverses, the 92 wide or close AMs, the 95 double die verses in both the Philly and Denver, among a few other choice dates. And then they're all in the cherry picker's guide right there. We have a selection right here of all of the really nice coins that are going to go into the album. So at the end of the video, we're going to insert every single one, and I actually doubled up on a few dates in here as kind of like a comparison for the video. So we did come across a few Wheaties. We still found 2 dimes, the mix. And as far as the wheat scents, nothing tremendous, you know, as far as dates are concerned, but we have that 55D with the stuff on the back. I'm going to see if I can get that crud off there. Came across a 51D as well. Here's a 44, about what you would expect a low ball 44 that looks just absolutely horrible to look like. A 56D was also in there, another 56D. A 42S, which I believe is the earliest date out of the group. A 46D. And then this gem of a coin, this 52S, but the back is all tore up here. So we have one more bundle of Lincolns to go through, so I'm going to go ahead and go through that, and then we'll do kind of like a recap video and see where we're at the end. All right, thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is the final kind of like saver spots or piles, and we'll get into what exactly I have here in a second. All the other stuff right here, I'm going to go through it one more time, and the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm going to search through these for like rotated die, errors, things like that, things that traditionally I don't do the first pass through, which is why it's not out of the question for me to take like 3 days to go through a $25 box of pennies. Of course, I'm not going to do a 3-day video. That would be ridiculous. But this little pile right here are the coins that are going to go into these albums, okay? And then eventually they will be transferred to that nicer Dansko album here later this week, and you're going to see that process. I separated out the 2018s and 2019 Denvers. That's what this pile is. Figure about 300 to 350 coins. It's actually a pretty nice haul of coin, and these are all nice mint state examples, okay? And there were a few examples that have kind of like end of roll machine damage, roller damage on there. I did not put those in here because if it came out to be a double deer, they wouldn't be worth anything because of that damage. Finally, we have the third pile here that's separated out, and probably this coin right here will end up just going back in that batch. But this is all specific dates that are identified by the Cherry Picker's Guide as having possibly a double die, a repunch mint mark, some sort of transitional die pairing of sorts. I'm going to go through these separately, and if anything comes out of this, I will show it to you in a close-up at the end of this video. But that's how I kind of differentiate various piles. So sometimes I'll have maybe 8 piles all around this mat. And by the way, this is a gaming mat. If you went to like a comic book shop or whatever, these things are fantastic as coin roll hunting mats. If you just flip them over, they'll cost about maybe $10, $15, somewhere around there. But that's what I used for the coin roll hunting. And of course, we found 2 dimes. And then 7 or so wheat cents, which is a little bit under the average. But the overall take in copper cents to zinc coins is a lot lower these days. So I probably netted out about 10% of the entire batch of being copper. Although right now I am not holding on to the copper. Those are going back to the bank. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at these coins and the potential varieties and see where we're at there. If anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys. So we went through all of the 2018 Ds and 2019 Ds, and then we also went through this third pile that was sitting here. Nothing I'm sad to say out of the third pile. No 72 double dies, no 92 close AMs, no 1960D RPMs or that double die offers, small date over large date. None of that stuff, but that's okay. We have plenty of opportunity. I've come across those coins before. Out of the 2018, there was about 420 coins, and out of all of it, we found one in which it had the doubled ear. Pretty neat. It's on there. There you go. You can see just a little piece of it there. But there you go. We did find one doubled ear. Surprisingly, only one out of all those coins. But that's pretty neat for the collection. But let's go ahead and take a look at the BU coins that are going to be added into the album. So we have the 2 folders here that are my temporary kind of placeholders for these coins until that Dansko arrives. So we got the 59 to 98. And then we have this 99 to 2008. All right, so we are going to go ahead and insert all the coins. We're going to take a look at the coins as well. Found out of the mix. And we're going to go ahead and start filling up this puppy. And this is going to be our giveaway item for Black Friday weekend. So one of the first coins I came across is this 2018 D. Of course, we're going to need the other album for this. So we got the third one in tow here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but we whoever owned this album before ended at 2014. So we're doing P and D 15, 16, 17, and then here's 18P, and here is 18D. So we're gonna go ahead and add this in here. Let's see how difficult it is to get this coin in here. Actually, it's not too bad. So we have the first one in there, so a little bit newer date of coin. So I came across this 87D, which looks pretty nice. You know, it's suitable. It's a nice BU example. Nothing, you know, outrageous in the course of trying to put together this set. So we are going to go ahead and put this 87D in place here. And again, we will do upgrades as we go. There you go. Pretty nice. When you flash the luster, that's when you know you have pretty good quality coins. This one right here is just okay. It's the only 17P that looks decent, but of course this one's pretty well circulated. But we're going to go ahead and put this one in the folder. So we have the 18D that's here, P, and then we're just going to go in reverse. So it'd be right here. This is where that 17 will drop for now. More than likely, a lot of the Philadelphias I'm gonna order online. You know, the chance that these are gonna come out of rolls on my neck of the woods, the Philadelphia coins, is gonna be pretty slim. So here's a really nice 89D that I found out of the roll. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in there as well. Things are coming along. And you guys can jump off anytime. You guys will have the opportunity to see this collection come together over the course of the next 8 to 10 weeks. 19D. So we're going to go ahead and put that in here too. Right there. And these coins are flipping in here, or snapping in really easily. So there's a 90D. That looks pretty good. This one, though, I feel like I'm going to be upgrading in the future. So we're going to go ahead and put the 90D in there. And then right here, we have an 88D. Let's see, we don't have this one yet. This one looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and use this one. And then when I'm all done, we're going to go ahead and flash a camera on all the coins. There's an 85D. That'll be suitable for now. And we do need this one. We'll go ahead and put this one in there. Coming up next, a 94D. This one looks pretty nice. And by the way, I did put on a nice fresh set of gloves. As expected, the other pair got pretty black. So we have a 2007D. So as you could tell, the theme is going to be pretty clear. We are going to find a lot of Denver coins out here in California. Here's a 93D. So let's go ahead and put this one in here. Actually, we have a 93D already. There you go. So I'll put this one aside. So here's what looks to be a little bit better 17P, but it's got kind of this dark surface here on the right-hand side. So I think I'm just going to hold off on replacing that other coin for now. Yeah, the other one is not fancy. So this one here is an 82 large date zinc. So we are going to go ahead and use this one. Large date zinc, which is right here. It's actually a really nice example of a Philadelphia coin that was discovered out of this batch. Pretty nice. Can't ask for more. Here's a 95D, and it looks like we do need this one, so we'll go ahead and put this one in here, and this one's just okay. It has a carbon spot, at the 9 o'clock position, right next to the L and Liberty. So I have a feeling we might be upgrading that at some point. Here is a 94D, in which we already have that example, so I'll put that one aside. A 95D, we just inserted that, and that one actually looks better, so I'm going to go ahead and take out this other example and replace it with this. I pulled aside a few duplicate dates because I knew I would have the task of trying to find out which ones I'll want to keep in the album. So this 91D here has a few spots, but I'll put this one in there anyways. I wasn't sure if I had a couple of those pulled aside. Here's a 96D. That looks in pretty good shape, and we do need that one. We got a lot of the 90s dates in Denver's filled up already. So there's a 2004D. So again, this is how I search around when I'm putting together albums. I usually put together a few albums every year, and I give them away as gifts. Not to my channel, but for loved ones and that sort of thing. So there's that one there. And we have a 2001D, and we do need this one right here. Outstanding. 88D, I believe we had already put this one up, and we sure did. So I'll put that one aside, but that was a nice example. Believe it or not, this is the only 2009 D. Actually, I might have two of them, but this one is the... This is what? Professional Life. And this one in this folder actually has a spot. So that's going to go right here. There we go. There's that one. And then we're still missing the log cabin, the formative years, and the presidency. Okay, so the next one that we have here is this is the other one, I believe. There you go. That is the presidency. So we'll go ahead and put that one in there. 2009D as well. Very nice. 2001D, I believe we put this one in there, and we sure did. So that one right there. Okay. I could see already there's going to be a few coins that I'm going to replace. And I'm actually welcoming that opportunity because that's how you do it. You know, you go in and periodically you are going to do some upgrades to your collection. And that's why we, if we roll hunt to not only find, certain coins, but to put together albums. This is the only 2010D, by the way, I found. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in here. But it's all about upgrading until you come across, until you assemble a collection that is suitable to meet your needs and your liking. So here we have our first copper. This 1981 is actually in pretty good shape with lots of luster. So we are gonna go ahead and insert this, and it's a Philadelphia coin too, which is strange. 2005D, we do need this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of abbreviated coin roll hunting method that I'm implementing here today. And that's a duplicate, that 01D. 2015 Philadelphia. It's got a little bit of roller mark on there, but I'm going to go ahead and place this one in anyways, just in case. That one will be an eventual upgrade. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Something a little bit different. Of course, I'm touting this whole coin roll hunting season hype, in which it really is hype. I mean, it's the most important time of the year if you're a roll hunter and a treasure hunter seeker of sorts. Where a lot of the better quality coins comes out into circulation. So between now and Christmas, you guys check out those banks. Of course, we got the West Point quarters are out there in pretty good numbers. I will be doing a box of quarters this week for you guys. So that's something to definitely keep an eye out on. We have the 89D already. Here's a 91D, which is in really nice shape, but we have that one. Let's see, here's a 68S, which is an okay shape. I feel like this one is going to be an upgrade in some point or another. And what we have here is a 2000D. Do I have this one yet? No, I don't. It's a 2000D right there. Pretty good. And let's see, a 16D, which we don't have yet. There's a 19, 17, 15. So let's go ahead and put this one here. Very nice. 14D, which we had already placed in there. An 070, this one's this one's okay. I mean, you know, that will be an eventual upgrade, but it looks like we have an 07D in place already. All right, but it's starting to come along. I mean, we're only one box in, ladies and gentlemen, and it's starting to fill up, and you're going to see some pretty nice surprises make their way into this album. There's our first 92, albeit it has a few carbon spots, but we'll go ahead and just put it in there. Our first 92, and it's not a close AM, unfortunately. Very good. All right. So there's a 2010D, which we already have. We need the 11D. 1990D, which we already put in there. Here's an 84D, which is in pretty nice shape. So I believe we need this one, and we'll go ahead and insert this one right up here. There's another 17P. Again, that one's not fantastic. So we'll leave that one out. There's a 13D, which we do need. So let's go ahead and put that one in there. There's another 13D. Actually, the one I just put in the holder is in much better shape. There's a 12D, which we do need. So we'll go ahead and put that one in there. Let's see, this is a 2005D, which we already have. 94D, which I believe we already have, and we do. Okay, and there's an 05D, another duplicate. 97D, and we need that one right there. The Denvers are looking very full, and that's okay. That's cool. That's the way to do this. A 12D we already have, and we have a couple coins left here. There's a 98. This one is a close AM, not the wide variety that we all opt to find. So the 98 will certainly go in here, which is a nice shape. Not a bad find for West Coast. 99D, which we do need. Excuse my hairy arm. That's not why you guys are here. Or maybe it is. I don't know. And a 2001D, which we already have. So there you go. Let's go ahead and actually, let me go ahead and just, there we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the album so far. We have some, see that luster flash there? So there you go. There's, these are all Denvers, by the way, the 19s. The 17 doesn't look too fantastic, but again, we are just beginning, folks. No 17D, believe it or not. So it's looking good, looking good. 12D. I'll say this. This is a very fun series to put together, and I'm happy to offer this one-time opportunity for you guys for the holidays. So I hope you guys enjoy as we search through these rolls here in California for hopefully trying to get this set as complete as possible. Pretty nice. I'm pleased by the way things are looking so far, albeit it's all Denver coins. So we have the 182 large date zinc that's in there representing the 82s. We have a decent 81. It's pretty nice there. Okay, and then over on this side we get that one lone 72D. 68S, it's not looking very good compared to the other coins on there, but that's a tough date as it is. The 62 Philadelphia, and of course, guys, the highlight so far of the show is that 1960 small date, which carries a value in this condition of about $10 to $15. That is included in this album so far. So I want to thank you guys for hanging tough. This is a long video. I mean, it could have been a lot longer, but I feel like that this is probably the best method of displaying exactly going through a bunch of coin rolls like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm your host, Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Stay tuned for more of these penny breaks as we press on to trying to assemble a complete Lincoln Cent album that will be given away Black Friday. So more details to come. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Again, I'm Sean with Blue Ridge. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.